Welcome everyone to the first part of our Azure webinar series. Today's session is titled The Azure Advantage, Be Future Ready with Microsoft Azure. My name is Chris Karen. I'm the director of our Microsoft Alliance here at Connection, and I'll be hosting today's session. We are excited to have you join us today as we explore the numerous benefits and opportunities that Microsoft Azure offers to help you stay ahead in the ever-evolving digital landscape. First, let me start by introducing our esteemed speakers for today's session. On the Connection side, we'll be joined by Jim Parker, Director of Connection's Multi-Cloud Center of Excellence. On the Microsoft side, we have Kev Carter, Senior Azure Core Specialist, and Krishna Sankavalli, Senior Solution Architect. Now, let's take a look at our agenda for today. We'll start with why Azure. We'll discuss the business challenges and pain points that Azure addresses. We'll move into Azure differentiation. We'll highlight the key differentiators that set Azure apart from other cloud service providers. We'll move into future-proofing your business. We'll explore key trends and technologies to prepare for the future state of IT landscapes. Then, Azure use cases. We'll share customer scenarios and project highlights to illustrate the practical applications of the Azure platform. Then, we're going to touch on an exciting new offering from Connection, the CSP Plus program. We'll provide details about Connection's new CSP Plus program and how it can benefit your organization, specifically as it relates to Azure. We'll wrap up by reviewing our key takeaways and setting the stage for part 2 of the series. So without further ado, please allow me to introduce our first speaker, Jim Parker, to kick things off by taking us through Connection's status as an Azure Expert MSP. Jim.
Well, thanks, Chris. We're starting today's discussion with MSP, Managed Service Provider. There's some confusion in this space because the word MSP, it's often used in a fairly broad context, but the key here is managed. We're speaking of customers that want a trusted partner to manage their day-to-day Azure infrastructure and help pave the way for their strategic cloud initiatives. We are very proud to be of a select few Microsoft partners with the Azure MSP Expert distinction. It is a rigorous vetting process designed to ensure high standards for Azure customers seeking our managed solution. When we approach our managed customers' cloud journey, we always start by aligning to Microsoft's well-architected framework. That's where it starts. With roughly 30 featured components in our program, Connection builds support, operations, health monitoring, patching, security, compliance, performance, backup and resiliency configuration, cloud management and reporting, and of course, our high standards and our customer engagement team. Now, each of the technical components always aligns to Azure best practices. But I think what's really truly unique about our MSP program is that most customers join our CSP Plus program. It's gaining an N+1 experience with combined consumption cost savings with this exceptional value. Let's take a look and have a little brief review of our managed services practice around Azure. We can discuss the wide range of opportunities that we have for you. This area is what I love about working at Connection, because customers approach us with such a variety of their technology challenges, and that's where we can help them make it actionable. From strategic cloud consultation, advanced AI and robotics through our Helix practice, or our fully unified delivery model, Connect One. Across these technologies, we're empowering customers today through these expertise. Now, our professional service offering covers nearly every aspect of cloud technology across data and compute. We're helping customers across their data landscape, for example, with data analytics, working across the Microsoft Fabric from data source and database integration, Power BI, and many aspects of application modernization. And in fact, we have another upcoming webinar in this series that will be focused on this very subject. And in the same light, Chris, you mentioned this, in another upcoming webinar, we're going to explore a hybrid cloud practice with a particular focus on helping customers today with Azure Local, and that's the rebranded Azure Stack HCI. So customers are relying on us for a multitude of migration types as well. These are from cloud to cloud, on-premise and native Azure, or VMware running on Azure AVS. We're certified in all these. Another area we can see a lot of traction is virtualization. We're helping customer with Azure Virtual Desktop migrations and implementations. We can even manage it. And in many of these cases, we can leverage funding from Microsoft to help offset the costs. There's really not enough time to cover it all here, but I would be remiss to say that I should mention that we have deep expertise in digital workspace, the full depth of Microsoft's application suite, as well as a data center practice, full life cycle, and complete care of customers' technology management cycle. I'm going to turn things over and let's hear from my colleague Kev Carter from Microsoft, and he's going to give us some additional insight from the lens of Microsoft. Kev, thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely. That's super exciting stuff, Jim. And thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Team, so why do customers move to the Azure cloud? Enterprises today are increasingly facing significant challenges with licensing complexities and critical software reaching end of life. And Azure's approach to flexible licensing, like the pay-as-you-go model that's now available for products like SQL Server and the newly announced Windows Server 2025, it revolutionizes how businesses manage cost and compliance. This model allows customers to use what they need without the burden of long-term commitments, which makes it easier to adapt and scale. On the security front, Azure's proactive stance evolves continuously to protect against emerging threats, making sure that your data is safeguarded around the clock. Additionally, with extended security updates for end-of-life servers, for Windows Server, for example, 2012 R2 or SQL 2014, Azure also offers a cost-effective solution, and by leveraging Azure Arc, IT teams can push extended security updates on demand and only pay for what they need to use. And on top of all of that, once those servers are migrated into Azure, we provide 3 years of extended security updates for free, which helps in modernization efforts in securing legacy systems without additional cost. The platform's elasticity also meets changes in demand and variable workload. So whether you're experiencing seasonal spikes or you need dynamic scaling, Azure provides the infrastructure that can be configured to adjust automatically to your needs. Additionally, cloud adoption reduces the need for constant hardware upgrades, lowering capital expenditure costs and easing resource constraints. And this strategic scalability is not just vital for growth, but it's absolutely essential for achieving the scalability requirements that organizations need today. But moving along, from operational needs to technological advancements, let's explore how AI and Azure is shaping the future of innovation. Team, AI is reshaping our world as we know it in 3 distinct dimensions: the individual, the function, and the industry. And for every individual, AI tackles core team challenges by automating routine tasks and providing real-time insights, allowing people to focus on strategic problem solving and decision making. Look, AI isn't just about crunching numbers in the background. It's learning from your behavior, your preferences, and it's using that intelligence to sift through the noise. And what you get is the information that you actually need when you need it, which empowers you to make decisions in real time. And here's the deal. AI is never the artist. You're always the artist. What AI does is take care of the routine, the mundane, the stuff that eats up your day. It gives you, the human, the freedom to focus on what really matters, which is innovation, creativity, and the big ideas. So in essence, AI is clearing the space for human creativity to flourish. And in every function, for example, in sales, it's about relationships, not just transactions. AI takes care of routine tasks like data entry, lead sourcing, you name it, freeing you up to do what you do best, which is connect with people. And don't take my word for it. In a 2023 study completed by the University of Southern California, the analysis showed that sales agents that are using AI closed 61% more deals than sales agents not using AI. Team, that's not just incremental. That's absolutely transformational. And with AI, we're not just throwing darts in the dark. We're using data-driven insights to understand each customer's unique journey. This enables marketers to craft strategies that resonate on a personal level, which builds loyalty that lasts. And in the realm of cybersecurity, I want to be clear, AI is the absolute game changer that we've been waiting for. It's not just about defense. It's about taking the initiative, being proactive, and learning from the environment and adapting faster than threats can even evolve. And across every industry, for example, I think about healthcare. AI goes above the general diagnostics. By analyzing individual patient data, it allows healthcare providers to offer treatments that are specifically tailored to improve patient outcomes. It's about enhancing quality of life, one patient at a time. And in manufacturing, AI is so much more than just automation. By analyzing production data, it identifies bottlenecks and optimizes workflows, and this reduces downtime and it increases efficiency, making our manufacturing process smarter and more effective. And in retail, AI isn't just about sales, it's about sustainability. By optimizing supply chains and reducing waste, we're not just saving costs, but we're also contributing to a more sustainable future. It's responsible business for a world that needs it. So as you can see, AI is not just a technology, it's a catalyst for change, a force multiplier that enables us to do more than we ever thought possible. With that, I'm going to pass it back to Jim to share more details on how the Connection team is helping our customers in this area. Back over to you, Jim.
Well, thanks, Kev. Microsoft is certainly leading in this technology. At Connection, our strengths, I like to say, multiplied by our deep partnership with Microsoft. We aligned our resources together to approach customers' AI journey from conception, proof of concept, integration, and implementation. We can help customers first protect their data with proper governance, ready it for compliance fitting use, and then shift to optimize their use of Azure AI and ML infrastructure, logically following by integrating their business applications and securing their data services. And I think what is really exciting is how we can now rapidly expand with products like Microsoft Fabric and Fabric AI to combine modeling, data analytics, and seamless data access. There's another truly unique option, though, with Connection's AI experience, and I mentioned it earlier, and that's our alignment to Helix, Connection's advanced AI practice. So for the IT executive seeking advice and AI solutions, this practice covers services, methodology, deep AI core focus tailored to industry verticals. We are very passionate about guiding our customers across the AI noise and focus on what's core for the business and then help them get it underway. With that, I'd like to pivot to Krishna, who's going to explain the size and scale of Microsoft's cloud.
Yeah, thank you, Jim, for talking through Connection's offering in the AI space. Now let's talk about what makes Azure a truly unique platform. The numbers on this slide speaks for themselves. 60 regions, 300 data centers, and 190 plus network edges. This scale is unmatched in the industry. It's what gives the businesses the reach, reliability, and resilience they need to operate globally. Whether you're a financial services company that needs instant trade execution, or a healthcare provider processing real-time patient data, or an AI-driven enterprise training massive models, you can count on Azure's low latency, high performance network, powered by Microsoft's global backbone. But this infrastructure isn't just about speed. It's about delivering the performance, security, and reliability businesses need to scale with confidence. Having a global cloud infrastructure is just the foundation. But what truly sets Azure apart is how it powers the next generation of AI. Let's take a closer look at what its role in AI acceleration. Do you know what ChatGPT and the various copilots that Microsoft offers have in common? They're all powered by AI models trained on Azure supercomputing infrastructure using advanced GPUs and high-speed networking. While Azure provides access to these cutting-edge GPUs to train custom models, Azure AI Foundry takes it a step further. It offers a large selection of pre-built AI models from industry leaders like Meta, NVIDIA, and Mistral AI, all backed by enterprise-grade security to ensure reliability and compliance. And for businesses that want to build custom models, Azure Machine Learning Studio empowers them to train and deploy these custom models on GPU-accelerated virtual machines seamlessly and at scale. Now that we have seen what sets Azure apart from the competition, let's talk about how you can get there. We understand that every organization's cloud journey is unique and that it moves at its own pace. That's why Azure offers multiple pathways to the cloud, so you can choose the approach that best fits your business. You can jumpstart your journey by modernizing your applications with Azure's flexible IaaS and PaaS solutions, or you can take a more gradual approach by leveraging Azure VMware Solution, also called AVS. For businesses running VMware workloads, AVS provides a seamless migration path, allowing you to move to the cloud without replatforming or refactoring. That's a big win. It's a VMware Broadcom validated solution and fully operated and supported by Microsoft, giving you an option to exit your data center while maintaining your existing VMware environment. With AVS, you can leverage your existing VMware skills and tools while maintaining the same operational consistency with familiar technologies like vSphere, vSpan, NSX, and HCX. And for businesses looking to extend their footprint beyond VMware into hybrid and multi-cloud environments, Azure Arc provides a seamless way to unify operations, security, and management across on-premises and cloud and edge environments. Now that we have explored how Azure can fuel your cloud transformation and AI initiatives, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. AI isn't a future concept anymore. It's happening right now. Businesses are using it to enhance customer experiences, automate workflows, and unlock real-time insights. Those who invest in AI early will gain a long-term competitive edge. But AI alone isn't enough. It needs the right infrastructure to scale and succeed. That's where Azure Cloud comes in. Cloud is no longer just about cost savings. It's the backbone of AI and modern applications. Businesses need a cloud strategy built for speed, scale, and AI optimization. With Azure, organizations can rapidly scale their AI innovations while simplifying operations, ensuring faster time to value. But with innovation comes new risk, which is why security must be a top priority. Security is no longer an afterthought. It must be integrated at every layer. As cyber threats evolve, businesses need proactive security solutions to protect their data, applications, and users. Microsoft leads with a security-first approach, ensuring comprehensive protection across cloud, hybrid, and multi-cloud environments. With that, I'll turn it over to Jeff to discuss some of the recent challenges solved with Azure Cloud.
Well, thanks, Krishna. We thought it would be helpful to run through a few customer experiences to help tie it together. This particular use case we see playing out more frequently. The customer was particularly challenging as they had a very large legacy on-premise private cloud, but they also have a significant and growing Azure practice. And AI is at the core of their business, so aligning both the compute and their application stack effectively was critical. Getting in sync with the Microsoft team was key as well. We worked with them to understand the customer from their perspective. They had worked with them for many years, and we also collaborated to secure funding. We deployed, in this case, Azure Local, using existing equipment. Usually it's new OEM kit. And in this case, we operated a full cycle POC. Our team designed and implemented their Azure Local environment, deployed Azure Arc to manage across the cloud and local infrastructure. We set up AKS, or Azure Kubernetes Services, and we worked throughout the client's testing cycle for their containerized applications. And then we additionally layered on Azure services such as Azure Virtual Desktop, which we can do both running locally, converge with Azure natively, or in a dynamic design. And then when we're done, we wrapped it up with a full summary training program. Now we're moving on to phase 2 with this project, where we'll expand the Azure Local cluster and start to prepare for some new releases from Microsoft. Let's take a look at another. This is a super interesting customer. We continue to help them since this project. The client is actually quite advanced in their technology stack, but less so with Microsoft. So the project initially focused around M365 and Teams, but then it widened to a deeper dive into their data practice in Azure. At the core was data governance and identity here. We implemented and conducted a full data governance process using Purview to analyze and secure data, including categorization, sensitivity tagging, and all this to match their compliance requirements. And then we migrated them from a legacy SSO or single sign-on provider with Entra identity management. And all this while designing and implementing a complete identity schema for application access using both MFA and federated identity credentials. And later, this project expanded into a deeper data integration with attention to external data sources. Let's go back and hear a little more from Chris about our CSP Plus program. Chris?
Thanks, Jim. I want to take a few minutes to talk a little about an exciting new offering from Connection, our CSP Plus program. You're probably somewhat familiar with the traditional CSP motion. Historically, it's very transactional. You're managing your licensing with maybe some occasional support and guidance from your CSP partner, but much of the weight of that licensing management falls back on you. The CSP Plus program from Connection changes that by making the CSP experience one where you have dedicated support and uplifted benefits throughout your entire licensing agreement period from onboarding to renewal. Before I ask Jim to come back and take us through some of the key CSP Plus benefits related to Azure, I'd like to quickly review some of the key overarching value adds that all CSP Plus members receive. You're going to receive always-on ordering by having access to our cloud B2B portal, so you can submit orders and manage your licensing anyplace, anytime. You're going to receive additional billing flexibility, month to month, annual commit with monthly payments, annual upfront, or net terms. From a technical support perspective, you'll receive access to the 24/7, 365 support from our certified team members. And in the rare case our team at Connection can't solve your issue, they have direct access to escalating problems to Microsoft, ensuring your issues are solved quickly. And the big one, lifecycle. We support you from concept to management. We start with a hands-on onboarding session walking through the tools that you'll have available to you to manage your licenses, and we'll work with you to uncover ways that we can support you. And not to steal any of Jim's thunder, but the onboarding element is extremely valuable if you're a current or new Azure customer. So on that note, Jim, could you tell us a bit about why we believe our CSP Plus program is a great choice for Azure customers?
Well, thanks, Chris. Connection has been supporting CSP customers for years. And what we've done with CSP Plus is taken our collective experience from both customers, Connection experts, and Microsoft to build a world-class offering that excels in the market and directly addresses clients' needs in a very unique way. We've redesigned the experience for both new and existing CSP customers, enabling them to enter CSP Plus with insights into their Azure spend, as well as their environment, and how it fits with Azure best practices. Now, as Chris mentioned, we do this with a robust onboarding process that includes a guided health check, reviewing your Azure infrastructure based on Microsoft's well-architected framework. Now, the onboarding process is facilitated by experienced Azure Cloud Solution Architects. They are our Azure Advisors team, and they include, among others, a security review, taking a look at your risk and compliance positioning, architectural framework, and cost management. Do you understand how to use Azure Cost Management? Are you using reserved instances and savings plans to reduce costs, for example? But that's not the last time you're going to spend time with the Azure Advisor Architects. With CSP Plus, we built in hours per customer with the very same highly skilled architects to discuss your ongoing cloud landscape, or think of it as an extension of your health check. Plan for changes such as considerations involving migrations, application modernization, leveraging Azure Data Fabric or similar projects, expanding and challenging your cloud adoption strategy. Throughout your experience with CSP Plus, we'll always have someone to reach out and care for you and your account with our colleagues in customer success management. We really want to have a relationship that advances your Azure practice and keeps you informed of the latest technology options. That's the reason why we're here. I personally would like to thank you for your time today, and I'm going to move to Kev to wrap up with some top takeaways.
Jim, Chris, I absolutely love it. So team, here are a few key takeaways to recap our session today. And I want you to remember that Azure is designed to meet you where you are in your cloud journey and help you get to where you want to be. Modernizing to Azure is the first step to becoming AI ready and unlocking all the value that AI can bring to your organization. And Azure secures your workloads across the entire estate, giving you the peace of mind that your environment is safe and secure around the clock. And with Azure, you get the largest cloud network on the planet for optimal availability, scalability, and resiliency. And Azure offers the most value for your Windows, SQL, Linux server workloads, as well as your enterprise applications. But listen, you're probably wondering, how does Microsoft stand by your side through all of this? At Azure, we're committed to supporting every step of your cloud journey. We provide complimentary migrations and solutions assessment tools that are crucial for helping businesses assess and streamline their migration path. These tools are instrumental in developing detailed business cases, easing the transition into the cloud. And our partners' premier support goes beyond basic troubleshooting. It includes proactive and reactive support across all Microsoft technologies to ensure your operations continue to run smoothly without disruptions. And in terms of skill development, we offer extensive training and certification paths around Azure SQL, Windows Server, Linux, all of our solution areas across the entire Microsoft ecosystem. This initiative is designed to prepare your organization for the future demands of cloud technologies, equipping your team with the necessary expertise. And our Azure Migrate and Modernize program is an absolute rocket ship to digital transformation. The program is designed to provide you with support at every phase in your cloud modernization journey, from architecture design to landing zone deployment to proof of value and production, with investments from Microsoft that can be unlocked through your account team and our amazing partners like Connection. Additionally, we offer flexible consumption models exclusive to Azure only, providing significant cost savings and adaptability for your business needs. And lastly, our partner ecosystem is absolutely unmatched, featuring incredible collaborators like the Connection team here who provide expert assistance throughout the journey of cloud adoption, the entire process from end to end. Their unwavering support ensures that you have expert help every step of the way. With that, I'm going to pass it back to Chris and the Connection team to wrap us up.
So we are at the end of our session today, and I'd like to thank you all for joining us. We hope you found today's session valuable and informative. We look forward to working with you and guiding you along your journey within the Azure platform, and we hope that you will strongly consider joining our CSP Plus program. Part 2 of our series, titled Azure Hybrid, Azure Local, and Multi-Cloud Solutions, will go live in a week from today. We hope you'll come back to join us. Thanks, everyone.